Well, I got here just in time. People are heading right into the barn, so let's get on in there and see what we can find. Well, there's just something about an old red country barn that I just love. Just draws me to it every time. A lot of people think of New York as just having a bunch of big, tall buildings and bustling cities, but there's actually a lot of farmland and a lot of barns like this to go around and hunt for vintage treasures. So in this particular barn, I decided to once again go over to the book area to start my hunt and show you where a lot of treasures tend to hide. So always look on the bottom because that's where people are usually too lazy to go down and look. And as a result of that, it's where a lot of older stuff tends to sit, like this vintage Pioneer postcards book. And you could see inside there's a lot of black and white color photographs that would go for around $15, $20. Always look in between books because that's where these tiny guys like to hide, like this Branham automobile book from 1957. So it's a supplement and a reference, again, with lots of nice black and white photos for people to look back on. It's good for collectors. It's good for people who are just nostalgic and people who also want to just educate themselves with the tables. This is another car book. The hint here is anything that's inside of a bag that gives you a clue that someone put it in there to protect it because they thought it was valuable. That's another good one. And another hint here is things that look like spiral-bound notebooks often tend to get missed because people just think they're just boring old spiral-bound notebooks. But you got to take a closer look. And this one here, you could see that this is a Chrysler book from the 1960s. And lots of nice photographs inside again, lots of cool tables, lots of great reference material that people like to look back on. So this one here, as with all of the books that you're going to see me pick today, I got for just $1. You'll see the sign a little bit later on. And, a lot of the books here are ones that I could flip for like $15, $20, but sometimes there'll be some other ones that go for more than that. Now, something like this, if there's a little white spot on top, that's okay. People still buy it. Give it a little double tap for good luck. And these two here, I found tucked in the back. So a lot of times people don't reach in the back. This one here is cars made in central New York, or upstate New York. And, you could see, again, a lot of cool black and white photographs in here. There's only one currently listed on eBay without the dust cover. And remember, dust covers add value, sometimes significant value. The one on eBay right now is listed for $125. I'm not saying it's going to go for $125, but for $1 pickup, you can't lose. So I'll show you what that is in the back. You always want to look in the back. This one's actually laminated, so someone took the time to laminate it. That's another clue. Sometimes you'll find these little treats in the book. So there's like a little bag from a shop. And sometimes, depending on where it's from, people will just pay for the bag. So, you can get like $15, $20 sometimes out of something like that. This is my competition. This dude was hardcore. He was just, going after different types of books. He was going for like some more modern automobile books I wasn't really interested in. So I'm just reaching towards the back and going for, you guessed it, some slipcover books. I always tell you to look for those. I did a whole video on those and why they're valuable. Smart thing he did, by the way, he put his jacket over the books when he left and he put sold on it so no one grabbed his books from him. That's how you know he's serious. I gotta give him some hashtag respect right there. But inside of the slipcover book here, you could see, and I've shown this before in the prior video, all the really cool art. This is some colored illustrations in there. This would be different from something that's, in a non-slipcover book. A lot of times those are not illustrated, although sometimes they are. Look inside of the slipcovers because they serve as pockets for all sorts of cool goodies like this to be hiding inside. Now, this is a little brochure for what looks like a musical play or something. I'm not saying this is any value. I haven't really researched it yet, but for something like this, don't be so quick to necessarily toss it out because even if this in and of itself is not worth anything, you can see there from 1966, sometimes you could extract value. Like you go to the back and you see this old advertisement right there. And, for oil stuff's collectible. You might be able to sell that for $10, $15, $20. Sometimes you can even get more. Faust, famous title right there by Goethe. So, again, another one, just open up, take a peek inside, and do a comps check on them. Now, all slipcover books are not going to be something worth picking up. There were a few there I didn't get for that reason, but again, what you're looking for, especially when you have a lot of volume like this, you're looking for clues, something to help narrow the search down. This is another one right here. Anything Golden Book related. You may not get a lot of money for that specific book, but you're going to come across a lot of old golden books during your treasure hunting searches. And so you just pick something like this up for $1, sometimes less, and you add it into a lot and you extract the value from that. I show that in a lot of my What Sold videos, every month that I put up. Now, this is a good example of something that, you might think could be nostalgic for, the Children's Picture Dictionary, but without the slipcover, there's too many of those around that it doesn't have value, or anything significant. Now, this is something that could hide because people might not think that it's a slipcover, or with something this chunky, we'd actually call it a box set. And it could be missed because the front of the box set actually makes it really just look like a book. If you're just looking really quickly, could look like just one big book. But in reality, it's actually a box set with 2 books inside. So that's why sometimes you have to take a second look, a third look, an additional scan through things, because you could easily miss things the first time around. This particular box set I passed up on because there are a bunch of them out there, and you could see there's just too much damage on the margins that it's going to leave an unfavorable impression when I'm comparing it to my competition. Now, you could see here's another thing you got to do. I've talked about this in other videos, but if you're trying to go through large volumes like this, what you've got to do is make space for yourself. And in the process of making space, this is what I'm talking about taking another look. And look on the back there. You can see how this could get missed because if it's just back facing, then you're seeing a boring looking back cover. But look at the front of that, Black Arrow by Robert Louis Stevenson. That is cool. The front of that dust cover looks really nice. You normally don't see them that nice. That's a 1926 book. I already listed that one for $50. Now, there's a little bit of tape inside there that has been yellowed, but that's okay. The cover looks cool. The illustrations inside look nice. So, it's a really good pickup because a lot of these dust jackets from the front, in terms of, the other ones out there right now, they're really badly damaged. And so this one really stands out. Even though it has a little chipping on the side and stuff, that's okay. Like right there, you can see there's like a little split. That's all right. It's not front facing. And that was an easy decision to pick that one up for $1. So that one is worthy of a double tap. So this is me just showing you the transfer process. This is how you just make space so you could do an efficient search when you're dealing with a lot of volume like this. So I just, I do this all the time. This is something that was on the bottom. I think you get missed a lot because it kind of looks like one of those boring, law books, if you ever seen those, the congressional record books. But no, actually, this is a cool advertising book, Bay City Bank, and they made these for different counties, these different directories. I think this is Polk's directory, and this one's for Michigan. So you're going to see some Michigan related stuff here. So all my Michigan friends out there, like Katie Reeds and Midwest Picker, a bunch of others as well, they'll probably get a kick out of something like this. Now, for these types of directories, the price is all over the board depending on the county. Sometimes they'll go for $20. Sometimes they'll go for well over $100. So it really depends which one you find. And when you're taking pictures, make sure you take some pictures of cool old ads that are in color because those are of interest to a lot of people who want to go back and they want to take a look at that. They want to remember the old place, the old restaurant that they used to go to. It brings back good memories. So if you get that into someone's hands, that's great. So. Just showing you a couple examples of the different types of ads that are in here. All right, so what do we got next? Oh, this one here, this auto book. This is another one that could get passed up on because it just looks boring, looks overly technical. But this particular one, this auto book series, this one, the only one out there right now on eBay is someone's asking like $160 for it. Again, that doesn't mean that's what it's going to sell for. There's like a kind of like a secondary version of this book that has sold for like $40. But on Amazon, there's like a real beat up one for $71. So I picked it up for $1, and I already have it listed. I think I put it up for $125. So we'll see what happens. I don't normally pick up old price guides, but sometimes I will, depending on the topic. This is obscure enough that I'd want to pick it up. Pedal cars. There is a nice, niche out there of people who love to collect pedal cars, and it's cool because this one has a lot of old advertisements related to pedal cars, as you'll see, and lots of cool little articles and also photographs that people will like to look at. So it's not just that they're just showing monetary values. They're showing a lot more than that. And so having number 1 and 2 was an easy decision to pick those up for $1 a piece. This board games book was pretty cool. This one goes for like, $25 or so, sometimes even a little more. I love games. I love selling toys. So I just love looking through this myself anyway. It's even a cool reference. It's one of these things that even if I didn't sell it, right? Like worst case scenario, look at that, a Pink Panther board game. How cool is that? Planet of the Apes. Pinky's going to love this when I show him. He's going to go nuts. It's just cool. Worst case scenario, right? You can hold on to it as a reference and just look back on it, and it's cool. Give you some ideas of things to look for when you go out. That's a cool one. Look at that, King Zor. I've never even seen that one before, like in person. So now I have something new to hunt for. Now I'm gonna get beat up probably by the by my Michigan friends. I don't even know how to pronounce the name of it. I could guess it. The Mackinac Bridge. Did I say that right? Let me know, Michiganders. I know I said Michiganders, right? But this is a souvenir book, and this is when this is like an original. So, and look over here. There's another one, a second one. So, once you find the first one, you got your radar is kind of tuned. So there you go. Picked up 2 of those old Chrysler books. Now, Legos. I just did a show with Chris from Crispy's Legos and Toys. It was like a 2-hour show. You have to watch that show. If you missed that show on Legos, you're missing out. You've got to subscribe to Chris. The show, I'll put a link to it up top. It was so much fun. I learned so much from Chris. He's local here in Syracuse. So I told him, now I'm going to be going out and I'm going to be looking for all these Legos and pick up. So this I picked up for $20, the whole tub. I could probably get that back maybe from those green base plates. But even if not, there were lots of minifigures inside of there and stuff. The wheels, you could start a little wheel lot. So I'll be breaking some of this stuff down and, starting my, it was nice to start my little Lego collection. I've been investing in a few sets actually since I did the interview with Chris. So, that's how I try to bring like different topics to people during those live shows. As every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't tuned into it, check it out because, I try to, bring both fun and education to everyone. Okay, here's our fun game that we do every video where I'm taking 3 things for you to look at that I normally wouldn't pick up. And you tell me in the comment section what you would have gotten. This is this glass multicolored musical note. I see a lot of people selling these glass things, but this one was made in China. It could have been, older China, but I don't know. Let me know. Would you have picked that one up? Then there's the creamer pitcher and the sugar bowl here. I would never buy something like this traditionally, but I'm forcing myself to break into a new niche. So I'm trying to look at these crafty ceramic-y type things. And, I was thinking about it, but then there was another thing that was calling my attention. But let me know if you would have picked these up. I definitely want to know that. So then my attention was brought over to this very interesting piece, and oh no. Oh no, I'm hearing the music again. Hey, Primetime. I've got a little challenge for you. Why don't you see if you could get inside, and if so, I'll let you take me home. Okay. I'll try to take a look. Let's see. What does she mean, get inside? Oh, look at this. It's pretty cool. We've got like some, looks like some seahorses there, and well, only $3 for this. Why am I hearing that music again? Is that like a clue or something? I don't know. But oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. We got the sun. We got mushrooms. I don't know there's it's got to be hollow in there maybe. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There's a way to get in there somehow. Wait, that's got to be a clue to me. Oh, she's giving me a clue with the music. All right, take that peg out. I open this up and look at that. We've got these little compartments inside. Oh, wow, that's so cool. Got like the half moon there. And okay, I got to take that out. Wow, she has got it going on. She's very mysterious. Then what do we got? Another component. Oh, look at that. Got a dragonfly in there. This is cool. Wow, anything with little compartments like this, definitely pick up. So she has definitely convinced me to get this. So this was my pick. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. Would you have gotten something else? Thank you, Primetime. Could you give me one of those double taps of yours? There you go. All right. All right, so I'm very happy. The total price, as you can see, $37. That was awesome that I found that Lego set, and the mermaid made a very convincing case, I think, for me to take her. So we'll see what you all choose in the comments below. But now it's time to head out of here. Who's that? Who's that looking out the window? It's Daisy. 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 Hey, there she is. What's going on, everyone? Hey, hi there. Hello. What a nice greeting. How are you doing? Say hi to all your fans. Say hi to all your fans. What do you see the Mountain Dew? Daisy wants some dew? You want some dew? Or you want that chicken wing sub that I got? You want that? What do you want? You're so cute. All right, everyone. Well, the mermaid has arrived and she has met Mrs. Primetime. She must have cast a spell over Mrs. Primetime as well, because Mrs. Primetime was very impressed with it. She loved it. And she even convinced Mrs. Primetime to tell me to list it for $75. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll see what happens. I already have the photographs taken, and so it's going to be the very next thing that I list. Now, I want to give two shout-outs to two members. First, Crystal Walters. It's a very cool postcard from Buffalo, New York. It is now officially up on the Primetime Wall of Fame. If you want to be on there, and I know you, just send me an email and I will give you the address to Primetime Treasure Headquarters. You will forget it after you mail out the envelope, because we can't have anyone really knowing that on a permanent basis, because a lot of top secret things go on here. But you will have that knowledge temporarily. Now, speaking of postcards, I also want to give a shout out to Diana. She is a Primetime Priority member, and she sent some nice hummingbird postcards. She loves hummingbirds. You can see here, Diana is also on the Primetime Postcard Wall of Fame for the Little Birds Perch eBay store. I will put a link to Diana's eBay store and also to Crystal's down below in the description section. Now, I also want to thank Diana for sending me over this custom cool looking snake dragon thing. I don't know. I haven't given him a name yet, so I need suggestions from people. He's got the little pirate hat. He's really cool. I love all his colors. We're trying to find something for him to do, because as you can see, he doesn't have arms. But I don't know. We'll come up with something for you. We're still kind of working on that. He's kind of freaked Pink Panther out a little bit, but I don't know. We'll come up with something. If you have job suggestions, let me know that as well. So with that, folks, make sure you hit the like button, comment as well. Real important to comment, or else the video doesn't get much traction. So that really helps out. Also, share the video with someone else. There's a share button. And check out membership. Hit that join button. If this video is helping you make money, help the channel back with support. It helps me make more videos to help other people. And you get a bunch of additional perks for being a member, like access to the videos an hour early, custom primetime emojis, you get badges, and depending on the level of membership, there's all sorts of other things, including a special live show just for members that I have at the end of every month. So with that, everyone, I'm going to check out. I'll see you at the next one. Take care.